Dear colleagues, I would like to share certain information and certain things with you regarding cross-border cooperation between Macedonia and Greece as an instrument for good neighborhood relations. As you all know that the accession to the European Union of all of the countries of Western Balkans, so Albania, Macedonia, Serbia and Montenegro, Croatia, Bosnia and Herzegovina and Kosovo is one of the strategic priorities for all this country. We should not concern now in this group Croatia because it is de facto a member of the European Union and it will become officially member, I think, in June 2013 this year, so in a couple of months. But the wishes and the preferences for membership in the European Union is one thing. But the reality and the real capacities, the real capabilities and opportunities for membership is another thing. What should be done by all these countries is the fulfillment of the so-called Copenhagen and Madrid criteria concerning political stability, concerning economic development, adoption of acquis communautaire, and also the Madrid criteria related to administrative and judiciary capacities. I have taken the cross-border cooperation between Macedonia and Greece as an example of the implementation of the IPA regulation concerning candidate and potential candidate countries. It is the second component of the IPA. It's the cross-border cooperation. Well, I've picked this program for cross-border cooperation and relations between Macedonia and Greece because it's more specific than the others. For example, with Bulgaria or with Albania or with Kosovo. It's not complex because of the program structure. It's not complex because of its institutional features or characteristics of the population in the area, but you will probably guess because of the historical and political relations of two neighboring countries, outstanding national issues, and of course subtle interstate problem that concerns the constitutional name of Macedonia, which gained international dimensions. So the subject of this paper is the cross-border cooperation as an instrument for a better neighborhood relations. And the main goal of the paper will be to explain how this cross-border cooperation can influence on the improvement of the mutual relations, as well as for creation of better relations between the people from different countries. In the concrete example, between Macedonian and Greek people. And of course, I use the traditional methods for this type of sciences, of political sciences, descriptive, comparative, and content analysis, as well as the historical method. You may see the eligible regions for the cross-border cooperation between Macedonia and Greece with red color, and with orange color you can see the other two regions, southwest from Macedonia and Thessaloniki region from Greece, which are eligible under the Article 19.7 of the IPA regulative. Because it's not formally part, these two regions are not formally part of it, but because of their location and because of their characteristics, they are concerned as part of this region. And then eligible for the cross-border cooperation. You can see some statistical data here which compare the number of inhabitants in all these regions. Then I will show some information, some data about the GDP in all these areas, and so on. So you can see what's the population and what's the number of inhabitants in all these regions, eligible regions for the cross-border area. which are Pelagonia, Vardar Southwest and Southeast in Macedonia, and Florina, Pela, Kilkis, Seres, and Thessaloniki in Greece. As you can see, as I mentioned before, some of them are fully eligible, some of them are partly eligible. Now on this table you can see the population in the program area. I don't have the latest info on the censuses in both countries because there was some problem with the census in Macedonia this year, so I couldn't make that type of comparison because the census was delayed, so I could not incorporate that the newest information in all for the regions of the program area. And this graph shows you, this image shows you the density of the population. As you may see, Thessaloniki region is very different from all other regions, but anyway, it contributes for a better realization of the projects, because you know the location of Thessaloniki is very well, so it helps for better implementation of the program. You can see also the GDP per capita. You see a big difference between almost a double difference between GDP in Greece and GDP in Macedonia, especially the Thessaloniki as an example, which has $17,000 GDP per capita, compared, for instance, with the southwest region in Macedonia. It's only $4,200 GDP. So there is a big difference. You can see also with different colors on this image. And here is the infrastructure of the border of the program area. As you may see, there is only one port. It's Thessaloniki port, and there are two airports in Thessaloniki and Ohrid. And as you may know, the other links are connected with the Corridor 10. Before I make the explanation why this cross-border program is very important for the creation of good neighborhood relations and for facilitation of the Euro integration process, especially for Macedonian cooperation with the neighbors, I will shortly tell you about the global objective of the cross-border program. It's to enhance convergence in this area, promoting sustainable local development. And there are three priority axes which consist this program, as you may see. So the first one is the enhancement of cross-border economic development with 4 measures. The second priority axis is enhancement of the environmental resources and cultural heritage of the program area with 2 measures, and the third one is technical assistance. And here is the fund in each of the priority axes. There is an explanation of each of them, but due to the lack of time, I wouldn't go into details. This cross-border program corresponds, of course, with the principles set out by the European Union about European policies and priorities for, equality, sustainability, cohesion, competitiveness, etc. And, of course, they reflect the Lisbon and Göteborg agendas. They aim to improve the local economic base apart from innovation and entrepreneurship. They are a good promoter of tourism, social cohesion, and, of course, environmental sustainability. Also, human resources and civil society promotion. Also, I'd like to emphasize some of the characteristics made after the SWOT analysis for the whole region. So, as strengths and opportunities for this region, we can enumerate some of them. For instance, strategic position of Corridor 10, advanced infrastructure, Thessaloniki port, very good natural environment and good developed ecosystems, numerous rivers, lakes, so cultural, natural heritage, and so on and so on. Good and competitive agricultural sector, especially in the Greek areas. And also there are weaknesses and threats for this program and for this cooperation, because there are many imbalances, discrepancies between the Thessaloniki area and the other areas. So there is not, we don't have a balanced access in the development of all these regions. We don't have a good secondary road network, especially in Macedonia. The migration is very high, especially in some of the regions in Macedonia. So the lack of quality human potential is very big problem, especially for Macedonian areas. There is not a common environmental plan for protection of the environment. Also there is insufficient conservation of the monuments, which are important for both countries. The institutional capacity is weak, and one of the reasons is, of course, the lack of good communication between the institutions in both countries, connected, of course, with the famous name issue. There are no general urban plans for maintaining and strengthening of the archaeological sites and historical monuments. So these are some of the weaknesses for this area, which inhibits the good application of the program. And of course, we must mention the irrational dispute regarding the constitutional name, because it is a generator of antagonism and not enough cooperation between the related institutions and bodies which are obliged to apply all this all the program. The other problem is that Macedonia cannot use completely the funds, especially in the past, because Greece was the main coordinator of the fund for the Western Balkans, and due to this dispute about the name, much of the money was not given for development of certain areas in Macedonia, so it's also a big problem. But despite all these problems, there is a very big hope in this cooperation between Macedonia and Greece, because at the citizen level, the situation is not so bad. For instance, I live in Bitola town, which is very close to the Greek border, and every day there are many people from Greece which come to Bitola for shopping, for walking, and so on and so on. So there are close connections between most of the people. But one thing is the citizen level, another thing is the politician level. And there are some examples of concrete cross-border projects between Macedonia and Greece. For instance, revitalization of the main road, Bitola transit route from east to north, between municipality of Bitola and municipality of Florina. You can see the amount of the budget, and you can also read the main goal of the project. Another example is construction of the bridge over the dry river road from Gevgelia towards the Greek border, and it's a project between the municipalities of Gevgelia and Axios from Greek side. And another project is development and promotion of cultural and tourism resources in Florina and Bitola. These are some of the projects. There are lots of them, but there is not much space for all of them. And of course, at the end, we can conclude that many things should be done by both sides for improvement of the cross-border cooperation, and we should distinguish, the daily politics with this issue, which is more economic, more social, more administrative and programming issue, and it's related to the EU enlargement processes supported by the European Union. So this is the only way, in my opinion, which can contribute for a better and closer relations between the two neighbors, and of course common Euro-Atlantic perspective. And of course, as a first neighbor, Greece should always support Macedonia in the integration of in the European Union and NATO, because it's also a Greek interest to have a neighbor which is member of EU and NATO, of course, regarding the regional stability, because it's very how can I say, unstable area. The Balkan is very unstable area regarding the security. I apologize if I took some more time. Thank you very much.